Well, here we are, 17 weeks later, and I think it's safe to say that we are finally kind of nearing the tail end of Aquatope. However, we're not there quite yet. We'll save the sentimentality for when we get there. There were not any crazy events or super emotional moments this week, and in all reality, it was a pretty slow episode, but it was a good slow episode. I generally kind of figured we would start seeing something like this after last week, with Chiyu being a mother and revealing her son and all. Before I get any further, let me go over a couple quick reminders real fast. Remember the 250 sub goal by the end of the year, the 1000 by Anime Expo for the in-person cosplay, my second channel for Pokemon related content, which I am working on a Pokemon challenges, I just haven't had the time to sit down and really get going on it, and last but not least, the Patreon at 200 subs. And remember, you can use the chapters feature in the video description down below to go wherever you want in the video. You can even skip this part, or you can skip to the very end. I don't recommend you do that, but you can. If you have been here week to week and you've been watching my content and you at least have some kind of idea of what my intro is, then you know what I'm talking about and I don't need to explain any further. Alrighty then, so moving on. Anyone who has been watching Aquatope every week, like myself, knows just how high emotions and tensions have been for quite some time now. There was the closing of Gama Gama, Fuka's return home, the introduction of Chiyu, just to name a few of the big ones. So having this week slow down and seeing how everyone's hard work and knowledge of marine life played into this episode was a really nice break from the status quo. It isn't every day we get wholesome episodes back to back like this. Even though there was not a whole lot that happened this week, there was definitely still some emotional development and, yes, still some character development as well. There's not much more of this opener left to say. It was a slow episode with more development to discuss versus actual happenings, so let's move right along. Yes, just because the video title may seem less appealing compared to some other weeks doesn't mean I don't discuss some pretty important things still. Aquatope is a little hidden gem, and there's a lot that goes on that is still very important. As previously mentioned, this episode was a nice break from all of the chaos and commotion that has been Aquatope since, and some would argue episode 4, but episode 9. Chiyu has opened her heart up to more people and is allowing that generosity and helping hand into her life finally. Just because she said you offered to babysit doesn't mean that was her only reason for coming over to Fuka and Kukuru's apartments. Yeah, Mayuna-san pretty much begged Chiyu to go over, but she still could have refused altogether, which is why I'm still talking about character development. It's still happening, which is a really good thing. What's more is she was so relaxed and willing to let Kukuru try and ease her stress levels a bit. Had it been any time in the past, she more than likely would have stuck her tongue out. Metaphorically, of course. Chiyu isn't stupid. No one in Aquatope is, for that matter. For those who potentially doubt Chiyu's viability as a new top main character. There's a lot going on with her character in general, but I think you get the idea. It's too bad we won't have the same amount of time to watch her character grow like we did with Fuka and Kukuru, but the story isn't about Chiyu, now is it? The final thing I want to mention about her, though, relates more to Shizuku-kun. Shizuku has become the new focus for everyone at Tingara, even the once incredibly introverted Kuya, though his beef is with his fear of women. Can we get some Fs in chat for Kuya? I'd personally like to see more of Chiyu's little boy just because he has such an important role to play in her relationships with other people. During the takoyaki guessing game, Kuya asks him what's in it and he goes, "Sakana." Fish. Yes, but what kind of fish? It's simple moments like these that puts a smile on everyone's face. After all, Shizuku-kun is basically like a mini Chiyu if you think about it. This week we have another new chapter, and I'm going to be naming it the new Gama Gama. Maybe it's a little bit too early still to call these newfound bonds and relationships the new Gama Gama, but I think that's the best way to describe it, honestly. Gama Gama had a little bit of everything. Joy, laughter, tears, and even heartbreak. But Gama Gama is no longer a physical place. Instead, it has become much more of an ideal than anything else. A special place in the hearts of everyone. Perhaps a seasonal way to put it would be to say it's like a ghost that haunts them, except it's benevolent, not malevolent. And there's also still the fact that the little shrine guardian has not shown up for a couple of weeks now, too, and we still don't know what its purpose is. But I think that's why maybe there's something that we just can't see yet. Something that is going on behind the scenes that we just don't know yet. Anyways, seeing everyone come together and enjoy themselves like they did this episode was a real treat and definitely further strengthened the bonds everyone has with each other. Even just a simple thing like everyone having a day off together means a great deal. You know it's going to be good, and Kukuru creeps towards you menacingly with suggestive language that just turns out to be an aromatherapy massage. Speaking of massages, the realization Kukuru has that the ones she had been giving for years kind of sucked, so Gramps went out and bought himself a massaging chair. I'm sure he appreciated Kukuru's effort, but yeah, she's going to have to work on that. The use of insinuation this episode turned out to be a high point though. I think what a lot of people wanted to see this week was Fuka and Kukuru in that massage room, but it seems that is one special moment that we will have to wait on. Fuka and Kukuru did a great job planning out the whole day off so everyone could participate and have some fun. Kuya included, before he was passed out totally buzzed on a park bench. I doubt that was real comfortable. Things are undoubtedly settling down at Tingara now. Will the anime continue this slow pace into the final couple of months it has left? It might, but I think there's a greater potential for something greater. After all, we wouldn't be building up to nothing. Nah. BA Works will either throw us the complicated romantic feelings curveball or just slug us with a 90-mile-per-hour plot twist fastball. I'm not sure which one I would rather get hit by at this moment. While I enjoy the slower pace, I think Chief Garando is enjoying it too. Just look at him. Episode 18 next week leaves a lot to work with. With no after-credit scenes or next episode previews, Aquatope leaves you hanging and left to guess, what's next? At this point, it's time to begin seeing the final plot unravel, and not just Kukuru sitting behind a desk. Fuka will also undoubtedly be part of this final unraveling of a very wholesome slice-of-life mystery anime. But just what it will be is also a mystery still. What's next? We still have a little bit of time left with Aquatope, approximately 2 months or so, but I think in that time, there's a lot that could happen. But whatever it may be, I will always be here to talk about it on Friday, and I will see you then. Having covered this anime for 17 weeks now is the longest thing I have ever done on this channel and may continue to be the longest thing for a while. But it has been a very wholesome experience and I've really thoroughly enjoyed watching Aquatope every Thursday night now, and it has been such a treat. I'm gonna be a little sad when this anime ends and I am no longer covering it, but I will have one final hoorah last hoopla kind of video the week after episode 24 airs. Alright, well, I think it's time to close things out here, but I will catch you all next week with a video on VV Fluoride Ice Song from the spring, and a brand new selection project video as well, which those have been doing incredible. Thank you for those who are turning out to those. And to those of you who have been subscribing recently, I really hope you enjoy some of this anime content that I am putting out. I hope that you do find a home and a place here. So, I hope you enjoy, and remember, I will catch you all next Friday with Aquatope on the White Sand, episode 18, VV Fluoride Ice Song, and more than likely a new selection project video covering the most recent episodes there. So let me know what you think by leaving a like, a comment, a subscription, and sharing the channel and the videos. Don't have too spooky of a weekend.